The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And the Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes offense will get the first swing of the game. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their youth. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have its first possession of the game. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground. And they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. A lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you've won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all season, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Throws to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Line gets set, first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Shakes off a tackler. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. He's going to fire deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on 3rd and long. Backed up in their own end, maybe a quick hitter. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
He's got it in his own territory. Touchdown, Michigan! How about the special teams coming up with a huge play? Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David,
fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back, and they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down and run. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just 1 step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place.
Hey, he fakes it. He's going to throw it. Fires toward the target. And they pull it off. He's got it for the 1st down.
How about that? I mean, you kind of get in this territory when you cross midfield, and you're kind of like, all right, it's going to go for it range or field goal range almost, but the punt unit comes out. You think you're going to pin them deep. Nope. They go for it. Get the fake. Get the 1st down.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time. 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Howard. Fires to the middle. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a chance. Missed it. Thought maybe that field goal could start some momentum. Instead, the deficit is still 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the going deep. And he holds it in at the 25. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep, and that's going to open up your running game later on.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the 1st quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Offense set on 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed in the middle. It's Scott. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they...
The fake spike trying to catch the defense napping. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Looking for a man. It's Howard. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Fast motion from the offense. He wants to throw it again. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary, guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
They've already converted a 4th down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. You figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Feeling some heat. Stands in and takes the hit. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. He's looking to pass.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Snagged in the middle. It's Loveland. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in.
Unloads it downfield. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Man, this defense is dialed and already forced one interception, had a chance right there to get another one. Everything this offense does so far, they are reading it, breaking on it, and making some plays.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Back to throw, it's Warren. Keeps looking downfield. Pulls it in on the right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
And the Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Gets rid of it. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. And they'll try to tack on 2. Wants to go up top. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Oh, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Line getting set on second down. The play action fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he... But they're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit.
Gonna take a shot. He makes a grab. They will score. They'll try to add another to their lead. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Back to pass. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's going to pass. He'll take the deep shot. And it's caught inside the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now just inside the red zone. Throws for the tight end. He caught it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The Wolverines are touchdown. The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line. They'll try to add another to their lead. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They're on it, and they get it back for another.
kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he's got it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Dropping back, it's Warren. They're trying to get to it. He makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against the safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB. He knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it off.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. He wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Ibuka. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to pass, it's Howard. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to...
Lined up for the 3, and it's a fake. They want to throw it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Snapped it in the shotgun. Time to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Threw a pick last time, almost threw another one, but you know what? I like the fact that this dude has no conscience.
None. Arm arrogance, right? He's going to spin the football, try to make plays. Like, listen, take the good with the bad, right? He's going to make some plays. He's going to give some away. Let's try to do a little bit more of the playmaking as opposed to giving it to the other team.
And the Wolverine. Oh, trickeration. He wants to throw. Fires on the move. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Going up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Going for it all. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it, and he can go with it. The 50. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. He takes it all the way back for the 2. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. They had the extra point blocked. Now the kickoff unit out there and hoping things go a little smoother. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sure hands, it's Morgan. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Well, the defense needs to find a way to slow this guy down. We're only in the 1st quarter, and already this guy has over 100 yards receiving. They have got to find an answer for him.
He's going to fire to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That pass is incomplete. Now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Warren. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets enough. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Yeah, and they got stuffed on the first and goal, and they said, let's go to Old Faithful.
It's a fake. Holder looking to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Catch in the middle. It's Tate.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Trying to convert this second and short. He's looking to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
Yeah, and it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of matchups somewhere else.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. What a disappointment. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese with...
Gonna let it fly. And he makes the catch at the 25. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the out.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
This one's complete. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Scanning the field, it's Howard. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and no good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a ton. But the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this up.
And it's caught inside the 30. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First down to start the drive after the break. He'll just keep slinging it. Just not quite able to make it. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And that's it.
Oh, they block it. He's got a chance to take this one back. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. He'll return it. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
After they quit. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Howard. Fires to the right. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of... Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or if you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They'll run play action. He tries to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Let it rip, young fella. I mean, closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
He chucks one out to the right. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you can tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
And they're going to try it again. It's another fake. And no guts, no glory. They pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
Off the play fake on first down. Hauls it in. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And as a quarterback, that's what you want to do on these deep go-route type throws. You want to put a lot of air under it so your guy can turn around, locate it, and then make the catch.
Yeah, and that's so hard to stop. I mean, I'm running full speed down the field with a guy that's this fast, and I don't know where the ball is and when it's coming out, and trying to make a play on it is extremely difficult.
Movement here from the tight end. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They move the tight end all over. On 3rd down, going up top. Firing to the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Absolutely.